everyone, welcome to Tracy Tries Stuff. I'm Tracy. In today's video, I am going to test out some of the Temu products that I got. If you're interested in seeing those, there's a 4-part haul that is on my channel. So, don't really know how to link stuff at this point yet. Still learning YouTube, so just if you want to watch them, go to my channel. The first thing that I'm going to review is the Potato Express to find out if it really is going to cook a potato in the microwave in, I think it's 4 minutes. And then I have this handy dandy jar opener. I don't think I have any jars that are smaller for these, but this one, the largest ring here, I plan to use for spaghetti sauce, because those jars are notoriously a pain in the rear end to open. So we'll see how well this works. I have the ice mold. So we'll see how well, it makes the spheres, and like how easy they are to get out, because it's obviously made of like hard plastic. So my concern is that you have to like really twist it to get them out, and that doesn't make it very durable, because it'll end up breaking if you have to twist it really hard to get them out. So. And then the last product that I'm going to review in this video is the bag sealer. So this product has the sealer on this end, and then I have the hanger. You can't see it. I'm sure that there's a little, you can sort of see it. There is a little blade on this end that you're supposed to be able to use to cut the bag open after you seal it. So, see, so the sealer here, and then, yeah. So, I am going to load the video. First thing I'm going to try is the, the Potato Express. So this is supposed to work to cook regular potatoes. Now, what I will say before I even get into actually trying it is that when the Potato Express came out, I actually had one. So I do know what an actual Potato Express feels like and how it performs. Unfortunately, I don't have that anymore. It got lost or ruined or something. I don't know. It was years ago. And I will tell you that this is not the same thing as the original Potato Express. This is much thinner than the original Potato Express. It's just, the material is cheaper. It just is. It feels cheap. It was cheap, of course. This is definitely not the actual Potato Express. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't work. So I have a potato here. I've already washed it. It's pretty big. So we'll see. This says to put it in the microwave for 4 minutes. It can fit 1 to 4 potatoes. I have 1. And after 4 minutes, I will check on it. It does say cooking times may vary. If needed, cook for an additional 1 minute, for additional 1 minute increments to achieve perfect results. So it could take more than 4 minutes, and my guess is it will take more than 4 minutes, because this is a pretty big potato. But that's what I'm going to do. So I will check back in when I'm done and let you know how long it took to cook. But here's the potatoes in the Potato Express, and if it makes the potato like nice and soft, and it cooks it basically. Be back in a few minutes. Well, it's gonna be a few seconds for you guys. Okay, so I put it in the microwave for 4 minutes, and I checked on it. It's not done, and I'm not even sure you're gonna be able to see this, but it's wet. So I'm not sure, because I don't think that my microwave plate was wet, but yeah, I'm pretty sure my microwave plate was not wet. So this did get wet. The original Potato Express, I'm pretty sure did not get wet when I used it. So I'm gonna put it back in for one minute at a time until it cooks, and let you guys know how long it took to cook and how well it cooks. Alright, I put it in for another minute. The bag is still wet, but I did check my microwave plate and that's dry, so I think this is a little bit of condensation. Trying to figure out where to put that. So I took out the potato and I went to push it to see if it was soft, and I apparently pushed too hard because yes. So I think it still feels a little bit more sturdy than I would prefer, and had I not poked a giant hole in it, I would have put it in for another minute. But it is, oh gosh, I don't know, that's a lot of steam. So it is cutting. I'm trying to see how well it does this, but I don't know if it's going to catch on camera. Alright, so it's cutting well. Let's see if it allows me to do this. Okay, doing this one-handed is not super easy, but I will say it is taking a couple of passes to get it, but considering that I'm doing this one-handed and resting the plate on my hand instead of a sturdy surface, so I can't actually push down as much as I normally would, I would say that potato is cooked. So it took 5 minutes for that huge potato, and that was a really big potato. It worked. It gets a little bit wet when you use it, but it works. And instead of making a potato in the oven for 50 minutes or poking a bunch of holes in a potato, and I think putting it in the microwave for like 6 to 7 minutes and then in 1 minute increments, I was able to bake a potato in 4 minutes and then 1 minute increment, because it says on here, do not heat longer than 4 minutes at a time. So I could not put it in for 5 minutes without going 4 minutes and then another minute. But I would give it a thumbs up. Just know that if you had the Potato Express, it doesn't feel anything like the Potato Express, but it does seem to perform the same. So, thumbs up. Okay, and now we're going to test the bottle opener. I have a brand new jar of spaghetti sauce. Now, I don't know if you can see, but there seems to be like, I don't know, ridge or whatever. So I'm not sure if it, I believe it goes like this, so that it creates a seal, and then, now I'm not strong, but this is not meant to be for somebody that's strong. Okay. I mean, I heard it pop, so. There you go. Oh. There we go. So, it does work. It's a little clumsy. There's probably better out there, to be honest. I've never had like a jar opener before, so maybe that's just the way that they are. But when I put it on here, because it's got like this rubber here, when I twist it, sometimes it's just twisting around the actual lid and not actually opening it. And then sometimes, eventually it'll work. So, will I use it? Yes, because I have it, and it did work, but I also think the whole tapping it and opening it with your hand, if that didn't work, then I would probably use this, but the tapping it on the counter and then opening it is probably still a better method to opening jars like this. So, but it does work, and I don't remember how much it was, but it was cheap, so thumbs up, I guess. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to film actually putting the water in here because this is a webcam and it's not going to reach my sinks. So this does have holes in the bottom here. So I think what I'm going to do is just put the water in the bottom and then close it and then fill up the rest of the water through these little holes until it starts to come out the top, and then I'll know that it's full. So I will be back in a few seconds for you guys, a couple hours at least for me, and we will see how well this freezes and how easy it is to get the ice out of it. Okay, here is the ice cube tray. Okay, so I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. I'm gonna get really close here. If you can see, it's not gonna come in very well. There is a layer of ice at the top. So the first problem I noticed is that it's like impossible to see when the water is coming out that little hole because it's spilling like all over, and when you're trying to take it from like hole to hole, it ends up filling up the whole top. So I think I filled this up probably 3 times, and I'm still not sure that it is actually full enough to make even one ball, let alone a whole tray of them. So that was an unexpected issue. And then the ice at the top here is also an issue. But I will be honest, I got very, very sidetracked, and this has been in the freezer for quite a while, probably at least a week, so it might be harder than normal, but we're gonna see. So okay, a little. Okay, I dumped the extra ice off the top here. I'm just trying to loosen it. It came off a lot easier than I expected. I don't really have clear bowls, so I'm going to put it in here. It did actually make the balls. They come out really easy, which, again, I wasn't necessarily expecting. Some of them, as I thought might happen, I don't think you're going to be able to see this, but some of them have a flat top because they didn't get filled far enough, which I don't know. Yeah, okay, see, so you can kind of see there, which was bound to happen because I could not see how far the water was filling. So, a neat idea. I'd say it ended up being about 50, I don't know if you're going to, it ended up being about 50-50, the full spheres and the ones that have a flat top because they didn't get filled enough. It was a little annoying trying to do the guesswork of when they are full enough and when they aren't full enough. And I think the idea is nice and it was cheap, so I mean, and it was a lot easier than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be really hard to get out. It wasn't. So overall, I guess I would give it a thumbs up. I think this kind of design would be way better in like a clear plastic. So that way you can see the water level. If they had a clear plastic one, I would get that one instead of this one. But it does work to a certain extent. You cannot see when you're pouring the water how much water you're pouring, so some of them come out as spheres and some come out as like flat topped balls. I don't know. but there you go. And finally we have the bag sealer. So I have a bag of, what is this, Ruffles, Ridge, Twist, Smoky Barbecue chips. I like them, but I prefer barbecue, like Lay's chips over these. I'm kind of like a texture person, and I didn't really like the texture of them, but I did like them. I mean, they're like half gone. So the directions, I read the directions. They say to hold this part, the sealer part, hold it closed for 3 to 5 seconds. That heats it up. Oh, also it takes, I want to say 2 AAA batteries, so I already put those in, obviously. That heats it up. And then you just put it over the bag. Now, and then you close it, and then you pull it. I don't know how fast you're supposed to do it because you obviously want to get it sealed, so I might be doing it slower than it needs to be, but I just want to make sure that it gets sealed. Alright, so it's sealed. It's got a little bit of a, what is that called? Not pooch, what is that called? Puckering here. And then, let me see. Yeah. So, because it's so hard, like, you have to put it on the bag to seal it, but you can't really start at the edge of the bag, so I end up having to go back along the edge just to get that last little bit. So, no. Oh yeah, it sealed it. I just didn't get it even. It's okay. Okay, so I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, but it is. Perhaps maybe I shouldn't have gotten one with like a reflective thing, but it is sealed. So it's completely sealed. Completely sealed. Okay. I mean, it works. Obviously, it will only work on, you know, like plastic, because the point is that it heats it up so that the plastic melts together. So you're not going to be able to seal like popcorn bags or anything like that. But chip bags and things like that, you'll be able to seal. It is a little clumsy. You have to get the right angle. And then, at least for me, I had to go back and do the other side just to seal that little edge here. And I got a little bit of puckering, which is annoying because it's not straight, but that's okay. Alright, and so then this end, nope, not this end. This end, this end is the, what's it called? The blade that's supposed to open it. So we'll see. I might have ended up sealing it too far down to fit this blade to open it. And that appears to be the issue. I think that this might be too far down to open, but let's find out. So I'm pushing it, and I'm pulling it, and it definitely, see, we still have the same thing, where you get the, I mean, it's not a big deal, you just pull it on this. So yes, it does open it, but I sealed it lower than that, so it's actually, it's still sealed, but it works. So, thumbs up for this one. It was pretty cheap, and it has a little hanger here, so I just put the little hanger on, and then I hang it up. Right now I'm actually hanging it on my lamp, which is not the greatest place for it, but it's fine. It doesn't get too hot or anything like that, so that's what I have been doing. So my overall thoughts for the products that I tested, they all worked. For Temu, they all worked. Some of them I liked better than others. The bag sealer I liked. I will actually use that on a regular basis. The Potato Express I liked, and I will use that one too when I don't buy like the microwave potatoes, because I usually just go to the store and buy like a microwave potato that you can just put in the microwave for 6 to 7 minutes and it cooks without doing anything to it. But the Potato Express works, so I would definitely use that. The jar opener worked, but I didn't have great experience with that because it just kept going round and round. It did eventually open the jar. I've actually tested it since I filmed that testing portion, and I have the same issue, which is that it just goes round and round. It doesn't grip it very well, so I just think the tap on the counter method is better. So I'd save your money on that one, but it is cheap, so you know, up to you. The ice mold works. There are certainly issues that I mentioned in the testing portion. So it's up to you whether or not those issues are deal breakers. And I think that was all of the products that I tested. So overall, thumbs up. They work, and they were inexpensive. So I would recommend them if the issues that I mentioned don't bother you. So that is me testing all of these Temu products, a video that I've been working on for quite a while and have been promising for quite a while. It took a while to get all those tests and edit this video, but if you stayed until this point, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. My dog. Oh. Ah. And I will see you. Oh. Morgan. I will see you in the next video. Bye.